Hi everyone, Dr. Ed here. I wanted to create a video that extended the last one that I made. If you recall in my last video, I discussed how we can sometimes find ourselves struggling or wrestling with difficult thoughts or feelings. And I used the silly analogy of a stain on your shirt. Right? And sometimes we think we can get rid of the stain, and by trying to get rid of the stain, we can make the stain get worse. And the same is true of difficult thoughts or feelings. Sometimes we try to push them away. Sometimes we try to tease them apart and figure out sort of how do we find ourselves here? What did we do wrong? What should we have done? What could have gone differently? And when we engage in our thoughts in that way, we end up sort of magnifying them and causing them to be overpowering. And so it got me thinking about what are other things that we discuss with clients when they're going through difficult moments. And I thought about how we attend our attention, or where we place our attention is something that we often discuss. And I'll give you another analogy to sort of show what I mean. Imagine that you're in a pitch dark room, completely, there's no light, completely dark, and I then give you a flashlight. And I ask you to turn on the flashlight and illuminate the wall in front of you. So again, you're in the pitch dark, you turn on the flashlight, and all you see is the wall in front of you lit up. And imagine that on that wall are all the difficult thoughts and feelings that you're struggling with. Maybe things like you screwed up, you're a horrible parent, you've made a horrible choice, you'll never be successful, you'll always be alone. Imagine how challenging and difficult it would be if that was the wall that you were paying attention to every single day. In this analogy, when I'm talking to clients about this, I ask them to now imagine that they're in that room and that they can now shift or pivot 90 degrees to the right and illuminate the wall to the right. So imagine you pivot in that room and now you shine the flashlight on this wall. And on this wall, what you see are actually like movie scenes, like images. And the images are of you living the type of life you want to live, doing the things that you want to be doing, spending time doing the things that matter or are important to you. The most important part about this analogy is that when I ask the person to pivot to the wall to the right, it doesn't make the other wall disappear. It's still there. We could easily pivot back. The point of this example is that if we pivot and we start to focus and pay attention to the things that matter, the interactions that matter, the people that matter, the little things that we can control on our day-to-day, in terms of our day-to-day experiences. We want to teach you that those things can happen in the same environment in which you have those difficult thoughts or feelings. They're going to be there, and yet we still can focus our attention on those things that matter. That's the point of the analogy. And so I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to call us or email us at info@atopicalpsych.com. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.